Okay, so I'm gonna start recording on here because it's way better. But what I want to talk about today is brand and the negative side effects of it. And you might be like, wait, brand has a negative side effect? Let me explain. So when we define brand, what do we talk about? It's a change in behavior when someone sees something, right? So let me show you, for example, I'm gonna show you the sock, right? So here's a sock that I have. Don't ask why I have a sock beside me, right? But here's a sock that I have, right? It's a very wet sock. Again, don't ask. It's a wet sock, right? Here's a sock, right? Now you might be like, okay, that's a nice sock, right? It's a nice design, cool little design, right? Okay, so it's a sock, right? You can see that. Okay, cool design, right? The sock, if I wanted to sell it to you, I might be like, okay, this is a $2 sock. Then you might buy it, and it's a ripped sock. Okay, it's a $1 sock, right? Pretend it's not ripped. You might be okay, that's a good deal. A $1 sock, it works, right? But now what if I showed you this or this, right? The Champion brand. Now all of a sudden I can charge you 9, 10, $11, literally like 1,000% more than what the actual price is. And you would still buy it. Why? Because your behavior changed in response to looking at a little logo, right? And so that's what brand is. It's a change in behavior when you look at an object, right? The stimulus. And so that change in behavior is how much you're willing to spend on something, right? It's the same thing with like a Louis Vuitton. I have this tank top, right? There's a tank top. If I had like a little LV logo right here, LV, they could go for thousands of dollars. Like this is like maybe I got it from India. It's like 30 cents, right? But if I put an LV logo on it, I sold it here in the Western world, like that's a million% increase, right? It can cost me pennies to make this, but because of my brand establishment, because of how I have it set up, that's how I can charge more. And so there's one thing that I think messes a lot of people up, and they confuse brand, which is what I just showed you, with personal brand. There's a difference there, right? And so most people try and associate their personal brand with their business, right? Consider the brand and the business separate because those are separate things, right? And so you can put a brand to a business because a business just sells the thing. Consider it like this, right? The business sells the sock, right? But the brand is what makes the sock more expensive. And so if I'm a business, I'm selling socks. Well, if I sell champion socks, I'm going to make way more money than if I just sold plain black socks, right? And that's kind of the difference between the two, where brand is separate from the business. And so what people start doing is they start attaching their personal brand, right? Because they're told, make your YouTube channel, make your whatever, right? And attach it to your business. Or they start their business off of their personal brand. And for new business owners, this is a really good thing. But if you're trying to go really big, I think this becomes a limiter at some level. And you might be like, why is that? Well, let's think about it like this, right? Let's say you start a YouTube channel and you have let's say 50,000 subscribers, right? So you have quite a big audience to sell to. And so let's say your YouTube channel is on weight loss, right? And so now you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna try and sell something. You're gonna sell a little business, right? Oh, here's my coaching program for weight loss. Now, what you're selling there is not results. But you're not selling results for weight loss. You are, but you don't have any like guaranteed thing. What you're selling is access to you, right? It's not, hey, you can lose weight. It's, hey, talk to Baneet to lose weight, right? And so there's two types of businesses, in my opinion, when it comes to this. There's one, businesses who run based off of their offer, and two, businesses that run based off of their people. And so when you think of like an influencer based product, right? So think like Kylie Jenner, right? Maybe she's what not Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian. She's running the Skims, whatever it is, Skims uh clothing line, right? And so sure that makes her billions of dollars, but consider she's also an outlier. Right? So that's one thing. Um but Skims makes billions of dollars, right? One, because it's actually a good brand. People actually like it. And two, because Kim Kardashian is attached to it, who's a huge figure, right? And so what I'm trying to say here is that those are two separate things, personal brand and the product. And so if your product sucks, but your personal brand is still there, you can still make quite a bit of money. But people always forget to focus on the product because they're like, oh, I just need to market more and I need to get people to know my name more, which is true. But there's only so many people out there. And if your product is not good, if your product is not something that people recurrently buy, that people actually refer to other people, not because you're there, right? But because the product itself is actually good, then you're not going to sell a lot. And to me, that just made a lot of sense. Because it's like, if people are coming for you, then once they fulfill that need, there's nothing for them to stay for. So thinking about this in like, for example, the weight loss niche again, right? It's like, oh, you can talk to Baneet on how to lose weight. And sure, like I have muscle, right? Like you might see, okay, that's credibility. Or you might see another offer. Let's say it's two businesses. One, you talk to Baneet who has muscle, right? Or two, we guarantee a 30-pound decrease in weight in 14 days. But there's no personal brand attached. Now, who do you trust more, right? The guarantee or the personal brand? Depends on your goals, right? Most people want the guarantee. But if you trust someone more, that outweighs your actual need or desire for losing weight, then you'll buy the personal brand thing. But most people want the guarantee where it's like, hey, buy this or else we return your money. Right? We guarantee it. We guarantee you lose 30 pounds or else we return all your money. Right. And so that's kind of how it will go. So that is one of the main components of, I think, the difference between personal brand and the business itself. And I don't think if you want to build something big, I don't think you should combine the two or start one based off of the other. I think you should start with, again, product is always first. I think it's very important to have a really good product because a lot of people don't. Not a lot of people don't have a good product. And so that's why I urge a lot of people who are starting a business to not focus on the marketing, focus on the product because the product at some level on its own can become the marketing. What do I mean by that? So there's a guy named Naval Ravikant. He said an amazing quote. He said, if you are doing marketing, you'll feel that product. And if you are doing sales, you'll feel that marketing. And I find that really true. Because if your product was stupid good, you wouldn't even need to market. Imagine if, okay, here's this. Imagine if I told you make $10,000 in one day. You might sit there and think it's a scam, right? That's how good it is. It's so good that you think it's a scam, right? And so if I say the same thing, but okay, $10,000 in one day, or we pay you $10,000, now you might be like, damn, you know, wow. Of course, you might want to read the policy, whatever the policy is, right? Because a lot of people aren't smart; they won't listen to the policy. But if you hear that, like, who would not tell their friends about that? Actually, a lot of people won't, to be honest. But who would not buy that if you heard about it? And so it's just having something stupid good. It just markets for itself. Same for weight loss. Hey, we'll get you a six pack in 30 days. You've probably seen scams like that online, right? We all know it's impossible. But if you heard that and you've seen results, you're seeing testimonials, people are saying, hey, I got a six pack in 30 days. Then you might sit there like, wow, you don't need a personal brand to promote that. The product itself promotes itself. And so this is a really important lesson, I think, for me and for anyone else who is kind of thinking of starting a business or has started one. Do not connect your personal, if you want to grow really big. Now, if you want to get to like above average income, I would say like 50, 60, maybe 100,000 a month. That's a lot of money, right? Then do it. I think for a majority of people, it's good advice to connect your personal brand to that. But eventually, everybody's going to be connecting their personal brand to their business. And so there's just going to be a bunch of mini people. Think about it like decentralizing business. Whereas like instead of having one big Facebook, there's going to be mini Facebooks where it's like, oh, this Facebook is just for healthy eating. This Facebook is just for dogs. This Facebook is just for people who love biking, right? Think about it like that, but on a business scale, where it's like there's going to be a mini version of everything, a mini Uber, an Uber for Black people, or an Uber for short people, right? So there's going to be like a lot of these mini businesses that people attach to their own personal brand. But you just need to have something so stupid good that people will buy and they'll promote for you. Super important. It'll save you a lot of cost down the line and it'll save you a lot of time in the beginning. You just need to focus on making something stupid good. That's it. And to do that, and get into fundamentals of the business, but it's just you just need to do what you're good at. It's a very simple concept. If you've done something well in your life, if you haven't, I'm sorry, you should probably go do something well. But if you have, which everybody probably has something that they've done well, maybe it's tests, maybe it's golfing, maybe it's gaming, right? Anything like that. Whatever you've done really well in, you can sell. You just need to give something that people would actually buy. Guarantees work really well. I'll make another video for that. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to share. I don't think you should connect your personal brand to your business if you want to grow like millions of dollars. I don't think it's a good idea. I could be wrong. Again, don't hold me, don't hold my word to it. Don't like murder me if I'm wrong. This is just thoughts of someone who started business 8 months ago. But yeah, that's what I believe from what I've seen so far. So yeah, that is my thoughts, and I'm gonna start recording on here because it makes my skin look better, like way better. All right, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you later. How do I end this? Oh, recording. Okay, bye.